Hey weirdos, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is by you. By me right now, as I'm doing this voiceover, it is mid-afternoon, so good afternoon. I have a fun video today. I got these colors from Dip Too Cute. This is a company, I'll leave my original first impressions review up in the cards, but the owner of this company is a super sweet woman who I've known for what feels like forever. I've known her since I started my channel, so I have nothing but love and respect for her, and her powders, if you missed the last video, as you're gonna see, are incredible. But what I really wanted to do today, and I had a little inspo from the colors she sent me, I'm gonna do a tricolor mani, but I'm also gonna do a tapeless color block. That's right, we're gonna freehand a color block today. It's gonna be super easy. And this, I think, is something that if you've been wanting to do a color block, or if you've attempted it with tape and it just doesn't come out right, this might be right up your alley. You just wait. Super simple and glittery. Of course, I had to put a little bit of glitter on it, just a little bit. I'm going to start with just the flat colors. I'm only going to do one nail in each color on camera. I'm going to do 2 nails of each color total. And then the middle finger, I have to have my accent bird nail. I don't know what it is, but the middle finger is going to be my color block. And I can't wait to show you guys how to do that. So if you have not tried Dip Too Cute, she's a super small business. I believe she only launched a couple of months ago. I'll leave all the info down in the box for you. But her powders are so opaque and they're so smooth and they apply so easily. I've had a lot of people mentioning to me in the recent past, and I may have touched on this in my super long and detailed Dip Powder Problems Part 2 video. I'll leave that in cards in case you missed that one. But I had a lot of people mention to me that filing tends to be an issue because the dip nails wind up lumpy or bumpy or something like that. And I have found in my experience that sometimes it really does matter what products you're using. They're not all created equally. Some just don't behave the way you really want them to. Of course, application plays a huge part in this because the better you apply your dips, the better they're going to come out. And that all takes practice. But it does somewhat depend on the products you're using. These acrylics, dip powders, whatever you want to call them, it's all the same thing. They are beautiful and lovely and they apply so easily. I'm a huge fan, humongous fan of Dip Too Cute. So I've gotten the blue on the 2 nails. I'm going into the green now, and we're going to get into this color block here in a minute. If you've tried a color block, comment down below and let me know. And let me know how you did it, because I know there are so many ways to do color block nails. I've done it with Scotch tape. I've done it with painter's tape. I've done it freehand, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. I do have peel base on, just so you guys know. I get a lot of questions about what base I have on my nails underneath. I have just some dip powder, iGel Beauty medium pink, and then I put my peel base on top of that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm not using any tape. I'm not using any guides. I'm not applying dip to only half my nail. I'm going to go in and apply the dip base. I'm using Sparkle & Co. liquids. I'm using my dip base on the entire nail, cuticle to free edge, just as if I were going to dip my whole nail in one color. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my finger into that dip powder pot at an angle, and you can play around with this and do whatever angle you're comfy doing or you want to do. But I'm not going to dip the whole nail, just part of it. And then I'm going to fill in the space with the blue dip. So hopefully you guys can get a good idea of what I'm doing. It's tough to catch these things on camera without having, extra arms and hands, but I only dipped the bottom portion of my nail on a diagonal, and then I'm going to fill in the space with the blue. Now here's the thing, and this is super similar to the French mani video that I did what feels like 100 years ago. I'll leave that in the cards if you guys need a French mani video. But the key is when you do your second dip, you really want to make sure you line up that line as best as possible. In this case, what we're doing today, I really didn't care a whole lot. You want to get it as close as possible, but we're going to cover up that line with some glitter. What have I always said? Whatever mistakes are made, you can fix with glitter. And this is no exception. If you guys are struggling with your color blocks, this is a great cheat. I don't want to call it a hack. It's not really a hack, it's a cheat. It's like a cheat code for color block nails. So I'm going to let you watch my second dip and you're gonna see that the blue isn't quite as opaque, because I find when you pour over color, it's a thinner layer than if you dip in. So I'm gonna do just a third dippy dip with the blue, and I'll show you how to do that here in a bit. This glitter, oh my gosh. Okay, so it's hard to tell on camera, and I'm just putting base, just so you know, over the line and outside of it just a little bit. So I'm like overlapping that line just a little. And I'm gonna start placing glitters. I'm gonna do this first, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a sprinkle and blend it all together. But I gotta tell you, it's hard to tell on camera, but these glitters really do pick up both the green and the blue so beautifully. You can see there's like a lavender shift to it as well, but I thought this glitter specifically would be perfect for this mani and these colors. So I'm applying base a little at a time, because base dries, you guys know, a little at a time, and I'm placing those glitters somewhat randomly, but I wanted to make sure that that line was covered up. And then I'm going to grab my handy dandy ombre brush that I use for pretty much every other ombre that I do. I'm going to put base again over top of those placed glitters and a little outside of where the glitters are. And I'm going to sprinkle the smaller glitters. And that's what I love about the ombre brush that I use. It's the Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush. And it really does a great job of picking up and holding on to the small glitters. It doesn't really hold the larger glitters very well. So I'm going to get a bigger or a more dense concentration of the small glitters and not the big glitters when I go to sprinkle it over. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and I will come back for clear cap. So as you guys saw, I did push down those glitters pretty firmly to make sure they were as flush as possible. And yes, these nails will be slightly raised where the glitter is, but I don't mind it. If you don't mind it, you don't mind it. Now we're gonna get into Clear Cat. And I wanted to mention to you guys for the 800th time, please encapsulate your glitters, especially glitters like these, because if you cut into one of those glitters when you're filing or buffing, it's going to turn silver and it's not going to look as pretty. It might even look like there's something in there that shouldn't be. So I am a huge advocate for encapsulating with clear. You can use clear dip powder like I'm doing here, or you can use clear gel, clear builder gel, whatever your preference is. You can go ahead and use whatever you'd like, but definitely clear encapsulate. I encapsulate everything that I do just because I can get a little heavy-handed with my file and I don't want to run the risk of taking off color. So that clear acts as a layer of protection for your color when you're filing and buffing. I'm going to get this on, gently dust off excess with a fluffy brush to make sure that the base is set. And once I do that and make sure the base is set, I will go back in with my very stiff scrubby nail brush and make sure I get all the excess clear off. That will prevent specks or cloudiness in your finished mani. So I'm going to let you guys watch me finish up this. I'm going to go ahead and activate, file and buff off camera. I'll leave my filing and buffing routine in the cards for you guys to check out, and I'll come back for top coat. So here is where we're at. I went and did all my filing and buffing off camera. I am obsessed. I love this color block so much, and the glitter is such a perfect accent. Wait till you see it top coated. I am using my Sparkle & Co. Glossy 2.0 top coat. It's a dip top coat, it's not gel. It's what I've been using for the last month or so, and I've been loving with my whole entire heart. Dip top coat does require activator. Activator is what cures your base and your top. So in order to get that super glossy, quick drying top coat, you want to make sure you don't skip this step. Apply activator to all the nails. I'm not going crazy like I normally do before filing with activator because I don't have anything to cure, you know, except for the top coat. I'm not trying to cure the dip layers themselves. So only one coat of activator on all the nails. I'm going to let that sit for about a minute. I know there's, I don't want to call it controversy, but kind of about how long to leave your activator on. I don't know. I do it this way and it works for me, so that's what I'm going to keep on doing. Let it go for about a minute. Wait till you see these glitters. Just wait. So now that I've gotten the activator to sit for a minute, I'm going to go in with a lint-free wipe. You can use a paper towel, whatever you have, and I'm gonna rub the activator in, so to speak. That's what it feels like I'm doing. I don't think I'm really doing anything, but you wanna make sure there's no activator sitting on the surface of your nail, because that can cause your dip top coat brush to get hard, or it can cause contamination. If you put the dip pad or top coat brush back in the bottle, it could ruin your liquid. So now that I've gotten that done, I'm gonna go in with my top coat. This is the same top coat routine that I've been doing for what feels like forever. The first coat of top coat should get two or three, or four if you need to, quick-ish swipes with your top coat brush, and then wipe off that brush. You wanna make sure, because there could be activator on your nail still, you wanna make sure you wipe off that brush to prevent your brush from getting hard and contaminating your liquid. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up that on all of my nails. I'm gonna let it sit for literally 15, 20 seconds or so until it looks like it's getting a little bit crinkly. And that's when you know you're ready to go in with coat number 2, and that's gonna be your final glossy top coat. It's gonna dry down. Sparkle and Co for me dries down in about a minute and a half, minute 45, less than 2 minutes time. They're completely dry and I'm ready to, I wanna say go out the door, but where am I gonna go? I'm not gonna go anywhere, maybe Publix or Walmart. I do have to make a Walmart run today, so I might go ahead and do that. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried color blocking before and how you like it, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. If you have any suggestions as to how to do this technique in an easier way, I'm all ears. You let me know. Because I just know what I know. But if you guys have secrets, tell me. I'll keep them. Maybe. I'll probably tell the whole wide world, but I'll give you credit for it. I promise. Look at that glitter. Look at the iridescence of it. It is absolutely stunning. Stunning. Dip Too Cute, MJ, she's the owner, never ever disappoints. Her powders are always absolutely insanely beautiful, and this is no exception. I'm gonna go and grab my Candi Skincare Cuticle Oil, true to form. This is Twilight Woods. You guys know I've been obsessed with this scent forever. If you are into like musky, perfumey type scents, it's like musk and amber and sandalwood. I don't know. I'm probably making stuff up. But that's what it like reminds me of, just like a very musky, ambery perfume type smell, but it's not overpowering. It's not like, you know, walking into the perfume section of a department store. It's not like that, I promise. Very subtle, very, very feminine. Love this stuff so much. I will leave the link for Candi Skincare along with a discount code in the box down below. So what do you think? I'm kind of living for this mani. It's so springtime. It's so adorable. I had a blast doing it. Super easy color block. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Love you. Bye.